Hi there. Welcome to Apple World, that discussion I'm never going to share since Meghan Markle wedded into the illustrious family. She's been engaged in each insane show in succession, and the regal family has been blamed for setting her up on numerous events. The degree to which they go to make her look awful is simply insane. However, do they truly utilize her as a cover for ruler? William's terrible way of behaving for what reason is not set in stone to never talk about Meghan openly. And do they truly disdain Meghan's children however much they disdain Meghan imperial substitute? When Meghan wedded into the illustrious family, she immediately became well known to the English public in light of the fact that many individuals cherished her. Toward the beginning, she was so famous that many individuals felt that she would turn out to be much more well known than William and Catherine. And this was the kind of thing that the regal family really couldn't acknowledge. After all, William is bound to be the top dog and Catherine is the foreign partner, so they must be more well-known than Harry and Meghan. It additionally didn't help that William continued to get into many outrages that saw his prominence with the public decay, and the illustrious family supposedly chose to solve two problems at once. They purportedly wanted to make William more famous than Harry and Meghan turned into the substitute in the well-conceived plan, and in this manner began Meghan's Constantine by the English sensationalist newspapers. Individuals rushed to see that at whatever point William was associated with some outrage, there would out of nowhere be negative reports about Meghan and how terrible of a person she is. For instance, when the news broke that William was taking part in an extramarital entanglement with one of his significant other's dearest companions, Rose Hamburiat blew into an embarrassment, and he was getting hauled and offended on friendly media, while the illustrious family never truly remarked on this show. Plainly, they believed that it should disappear at the earliest opportunity without harming William. Standing for the people who don't have the foggiest idea about this, the regal family has a group of top PR experts who assist them with keeping up with their public picture, particularly in circumstances like this. As per a few inside reports, the PR group concluded that the best game plan was to give the public another thing to discuss. And for reasons unknown, they chose to make Meghan the substitute by giving the public something to drag her about while William was getting hauled for being a cheat. A mysterious source spilled to the press that Harry, furthermore, Meghan were having issues in their marriage, and they could try and be near the very edge of separation. When that didn't work, one more story was spilled about how impolite Meghan was to the staff at the royal residence, and that many individuals concurred that she was a supplication. In July 2022, William was blamed for undermining Catherine once more when an unidentified source uncovered him for being unusual in the room. The source sent a mysterious message saying, "At a new media party, I was informed the genuine justification for the undertaking was the regal's affection for fixing, which his better half is excessively dated to participate in. The spouse doesn't care about her, and as a matter of fact favors her significant other getting his sexual requirements met somewhere else as long as things don't become close to home," which was the situation with the last lady. William was fooled via web-based entertainment, and obviously, the illustrious family couldn't allow this to happen to their sweetheart heavenly messenger kid, so they some way or another got individuals discussing how the imperial family was as yet crushed by Harry and Meghan's choice to step back as working individuals from the imperial family. It's fascinating to take note of how much pessimistic stuff about Harry and Meghan releases and extensively less things spill about William and Catherine. Individuals have been thinking for quite a while that the regal family has been involving Meghan as a substitute for William and Catherine, with one individual saying bears are utilized to conceal the heir's awful ways of behaving. Harry was constantly used to doing right by ruler William, who would send his lap canine Jason off to spill data on Meghan to the press like everyday mail to shake the mass against her, and another person said we should confront the reality. Harry's just obligation in that family was to be the extra to the regal substitute when William undermined Kate. Meghan was utilized to cover for the undertaking when Andrew was screwing young ladies. Meghan and Harry were the substitutes. Yet the insane thing about this is that the spilled information about Meghan is many times not right. For instance, the gossip about how she and Harry were having issues in their marriage ended up being totally false in light of the fact that they're still attached. Likewise, there was this gossip that Meghan was so impolite to Catherine during Meghan's wedding arranging that she made Catherine cry. Yet during her meeting with Oprah, Meghan uncovered that the opposite was the reason, and Catherine was really the person who made her cry. Commonly, did you make Kate cry? No. Was there a circumstance where she could have cried? Or she might have cried? No, The opposite happened. Gracious and recall the aggravation that Meghan was blamed for. No doubt the illustrious family didn't relinquish that. In Walk 2022, they overemphasized the way that they planned to send off an examination against Meghan for bringing her staff. It was no joking matter in the media, and they caused it seem like they had a very sizable amount of proof that Meghan was a domineering jerk. This made Meghan get a ton of disdain online, however. At that point, a long time after they made a colossal disaster of things online, the family declared that the consequences of the examination would have been stayed silent and wouldn't be delivered to the public. This was peculiar on the grounds that they had not kept the fresh insight about the examination hidden and had exposed Meghan to the fury of the public. Individuals got down on them, and a mysterious source recommended that the explanation that the imperial family didn't need to deliver the reports was that they couldn't find significant proof against Meghan, and they were attempting to hide any hint of failure being utilized as a substitute sound. Horrible, yet some way or another that is not even the most terrible that Meghan has needed to persevere because of the regal family. You're all alone, separated from the way that Meghan has had to manage being the substitute of the regal family. She's likewise needed to manage a great deal of harassing from the English press. It's indistinct why the English press detests her so much. Yet it's for the most part accepted that prejudice has a ton to do with it. Throughout the long term, Meghan has been the survivor of a few negative distributions and ridiculing in the English media just to bring up how unreasonable and crazy everything is. We should require a gander at certain attempts when Meghan was censored for doing likewise that Catherine was commended for accomplishing. For instance, Catherine was lauded for supporting her child knocking on the door when she was pregnant. Yet Meghan was scrutinized for doing as such with everyday mail composing for what reason she can't be pregnant. Meghan Markle keeps her hands off her knock. Specialists tackle the inquiry that has the country talking. Is it pride, vanity, acting, or another age-holding method? Catherine was also praised for eating an avocado with a title that said Kate's Morning Disorder Fix. Sovereign William gave an avocado to the pregnant Duchess Meghan, who was then chastised for cherishing avocados, and the title said Meghan Markle's dearest avocado, connected to basic liberties and dry season. The most horrendously awful thing is that the illustrious family has never genuinely attempted to successfully guard Meghan from the press and all the antagonism that was being tossed her direction. It's vital to take note of that the individuals from the illustrious family don't have individual web-based entertainment records, essentially not official ones that are known to people in general, so they can't protect themselves. And it's doing the family to make some noise with regards to any part it must. Ian's a lot to take note of that. The illustrious family rushes to safeguard William at whatever point he gets terrible press, and it's by and large accepted that the late Sovereign Elizabeth even assisted ruler Andrew with taking care of his settlement to the one who sued him for trying her. Yet the family has never emerged to strongly safeguard Meghan like the manner in which they accomplish for different individuals. In her meeting with Oprah, Meghan discussed this and uncovered that it caused her to feel awful and unwanted. In addition to the fact that I was not being safeguarded, they were able to mislead and safeguard different individuals from the family. Yet they weren't willing to tell reality to safeguard me and my better half. The unsupportive idea of the imperial family is one of the significant reasons that she and Harry chose to move away from their regal obligations on the grounds that, and Harry conceded this in the meeting with Oprah, was the move about moving away from the UK press in light of the fact that the presses are all over.